Subscribe now.
Hello, you are welcome back to this channel once again. Today we are going to start a new series on Calculus 2, which is integration. And this happened to be our first lesson or tutorial. So if this is your first time seeing this channel, please do well and subscribe and share to all your friends. Now let's get into today's business. Today we are going to start on what integration is. That's the process of integration. The process of integration reverses the process of differentiation. What I mean is that integration is the reverse of differentiation. So in integration or in differentiation, if f of x is equal to 2x squared, then f prime of x is equal to 4x. I hope you agree with me on this. Thus the integral 4x is 2x squared. That is the integration which means that the integration is the process of moving from f prime of x to that of f of x. This is what I call integration being a reverse of what? Differentiation. By a similar reason, the integration of 2t is also t squared. Integration is a process of summation or adding parts together and an elongated s, right? So that elongated s are normally shown as this symbol and is used to replace the word the integral of. So this symbol over here, it's used to replace the word the integral of. Here, the integral of. Hence, from the above, we can see that the integral 4x is equal to 2x squared. And the integral of 2t is equal to t squared. So in differentiation, the differential coefficient dy dx indicates that a function of x is being differentiated. A function of x here is being differentiated with respect to x. This differential coefficient, which is dy dx, means that the function x is being differentiated with respect to x. For example, having the 2x squared, this function x here is being differentiated with respect to that x. So to continue, the dx here indicating that it is with respect to x. It is with respect to x. The dx indicates, so in integration, the variable of integration is shown by adding d. Right? The variable of integration is shown by adding what? D. That's the variable after the function to be integrated. So to be clear on this, let's give an example. The integral of 4x dx, this is the variable d that I'm talking about, and we have the x attached to it. So this means that we are integrating 4x with respect to x. Thus, the integral 4x dx means the integral of what? 4x. Means that the integral of what? 4x, right? Which is the integral of what? 4x with respect to x. Let's take note. And the integral of 2t dt means the integral of 2t with respect to t. So this means that it's not always that they are going to use a letter x to give you in any question that you may come across. Sometimes they can use the letter t, sometimes they can use the letter any letter that you think of, they can use it to represent them, right? That's why I'm using the x and then t to tell you that this is what can happen as you go on in this topic, right? So as stated above, the differential coefficient of 2x squared is 4x. So when I say differential coefficient, that is what? The dy dx. So the dy dx of 2x squared is equal to what? 4x. And hence the integral of 4x dx is also equal to what? 2x squared. However, the differential coefficient of 2x squared plus 7 is also what? 4x, right? However, the differential coefficient of 2x, when I say differential coefficient, the dy dx of this function is also what? 4x. Hence, we can say that the integral 4x dx is also equal to 2x squared plus what? 7. To allow for this possibility to be present of a constant, we know that whenever the process of integration is performed, a constant c is being attached to it or is being added to it, or the result that you are going to get. Thus, the integral 4x dx is equal to 2x squared plus c, and we have the integral 2t dt is equal to t squared plus c. So now, as I said, the c is called or is equal to the arbitrarily constant of integration. Here, so to account for this anomaly, this is what we do. If the integral or the differentiation of 2x squared is equal to 4x, and the differentiation of 2x squared plus 7 is also equal to 4x, that means that we can only say that the integral of what? 4x is equal to maybe 2x squared, right? Because several functions can give us that result. And to account for this anomaly, that's the reason why we add the integration constants, which is what? The c. And that c is called the arbitrarily constant of what? Integration, as I've written it here. So take note, whenever we do an integration, we add a constant or c to it. And as time goes on, I will show you the kind of integral that you don't have to add a c. Or sometimes you have to add a c, and then you look for the value of C, especially when you are looking for some particular your particular solution to the given integration, right? So we will come to that. So just keep watching the videos, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.